Hey, how you doing, everyone? Just testing out my new headset, so I can walk around and I'm hands-free. So, I want to just get back into doing some regular videos on, a day in the life of someone who buys and flips surplus and excess inventory. And I want to show you how my day looks when it comes to buying and selling, basically, and what I do throughout the day, from when I get up and get going in my whole day, what it looks like. The main thing that I focus on throughout the day is actually two things. One is actually finding excess inventory from companies. So I'm emailing companies through the day, and then I'm going through emails from the previous day, and I'm processing offers that come through. What I'm going to show you guys is I'm going to show you some samples, because I get quite a lot of samples sent from companies who have offered me a deal, and I always say, look, I can see the offer on email, that's great, I've got photos, that's great, but a lot of the time I like to see physical samples as well. I like to have them in my hand, I like to touch them and look close up and just inspect them properly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a few samples that have come through over the last few days. I'm going to show you a few deals that I'm working on as well that I'm going to hopefully turn into profit. At least a few of them anyway. And that is the thing with this business. We are receiving excess inventory offers each day, and we are stacking these offers up, what we call a pipeline. We're building a pipeline of offers all the time. So all the time each week we have got a stack of excess inventory offers that we are working on. And then, some of them don't work out, so we remove that from our pipeline, and then we get new offers coming through which we add into our pipeline. So what we're doing is we are processing all these inventory offers that are coming through from lots of different types of companies all the time. And so the new ones that come through, we evaluate them, and the ones that look like they've got potential, we are adding them into our pipeline of offers, of potential deals, and we are removing the ones that just don't look like they're going to be workable. They just might be way out on price. The seller might just say, that they're not very negotiable on the price. So we know that it's just a deal that's just not going to happen right now. It might do, in several months' time, but right now it might not. So this is what I'm doing all day, is I'm working on offers that are coming through. And what I'm doing with the ones that are looking like they are interesting, they look like they've got potential, I am offering those out to my network of buyer contacts. That's what I'm doing. I'm emailing that offer of that product, and I'm basically starting to get interest. I'm gathering interest. I'm creating interest from potential buyers, and then obviously once we get into a situation where we've got an interested buyer, we are then going to try and get the wheels in motion and try and make that deal happen, and go from being offered that inventory to profit in the bank. Okay, so I'm going to show you some samples and what I do once I get the sample. So one here I've got is a big It's a big tub of alcohol wipes. Now, obviously, with the pandemic, the COVID and everything, you know, anything like this has been, you know, a good type of inventory to find. Now, the only issue now, nearly a year later from the pandemic, is there's so much clearance and excess stock from companies. You know, there's basically what I call more supply than demand. So we're in a situation with this type of stuff, these disinfect hand and surface wipes. So although they're a good product, you know, there's nothing wrong with the product. It's just, I know the market at the moment, basically, there's too much stock being cleared into the marketplace. There's so much, lots of different types of wipes being offered. And that makes it a little bit harder to find buyers. Because, you know, when there's so much of it around being cleared, you know, and a lot of the stock is being offered around, you know, into our market, the discount market, when there's so much of it around, it just makes the prices obviously come down, and it just makes it harder to find buyers, because, you know, everyone's being offered that type of stock. It's the same with lots of other products that people have been using in the pandemic, you know, face masks, hand sanitizers. There's just now so much of it being cleared, so much excess inventory, that now it's just a struggle to actually find buyers for it. You know, however cheap it is, it's just very hard finding buyers. So this one is what I would call not an easy one. It's not going to be an easy deal to find a buyer for, unless it's just stupidly cheap, unless it's just crazy cheap prices. Okay, so what I'm doing with this at the moment is, you know, I'm offering it around to a few potential buyers. Some of these buyers they're not end buyers, they are brokers. So they will be offering it out to their network of buyers. So this is what I'm doing. I'm basically, sometimes with certain products, I will offer it out to certain buyers that have their own network of buyers. So I will only be able to get a deal done if my buyer finds a buyer. Does that make sense? So it's like a chain of people. That's very normal in this business. It's very normal to have what we call like a chain of people in the deal. So there might be several buyers in that deal before it actually reaches the end buyer, who will actually, you know, sell these, probably retail these, you know, in a shop or whatever. Another deal that I've been offered, again, it's not, I'm not highly excited about it. It's a nice product, but it's not branded. These are chewing packets, these are packs of chewing gum. These are mint flavour, but they're really like odd flavours. There's like, not flavour, there's caffeine gum. It's a mint flavour, but it's got caffeine in. And then there's a beauty one, which has got some stuff in it that's, maybe it makes you more beautiful, I don't know. What's in it? Riotin, green tea, a few other ingredients. And then there's some charcoal gum. I think that's maybe like, it's good for your teeth, you know, like that charcoal toothpaste. And then CBD gum, which is like the cannabis gum, but it's without the THC, so you don't get high from it. Apparently CBD helps with anxiety and pain relief and stuff like that. So I've been offered a big stock of these, and, you know, they're not a brand, they're not a famous brand, it's an unknown brand, but it's a premium. You know, these were retailing at like over £2 a pack, something crazy. It's not an easy one because it's not a brand. So when it's not a brand, it's always going to be worth a lot less than if it was a well-known brand. So it's not a known brand. So again, you know, what I'm doing here is I'm just testing out the market. I'm just putting it out there to a few buyers that are, you know, in the food business, basically, food and confectionery business. And I'm just waiting to get a response. So far, I haven't had any response, which I expected, to be honest. You know, who's going to put money into chewing gum that's not really a known brand, you know, unless it's just really, really cheap, you know, really cheap, where they could, you know, a retailer could sell so many packs for, you know, £1 or €1 or $1 or whatever. Another deal that I'm working on, and this one is, you know, this one looks like we're going to get this deal over the line hopefully by tomorrow. And the reason I know that is because basically, you know, these are hoodies, and hoodies sell all year round. You know, they are like t-shirts. Hoodies are a great product to go find. If anyone can find any excess inventory of hoodies, you're never really going to go wrong with hoodies. Because, you know, hoodies will always sell. It doesn't matter if they're a branded one or not a branded hoodie. But, you know, I found a stock of these hoodies. These are a themed hoodie. They're all to do with I Love London, basically. So, you know, obviously these were sold to like souvenir shops in London. Tourists visiting London would obviously buy these, but obviously the tourism has disappeared since COVID. So obviously a company who has this stock wants to try and get rid of them now. There's about 3,500 units, different designs, different sizes. And the reason I know that a deal is going to be done is because they've had the stock for a while, and I've already given them an indication of the price that I need to be. And, you know, that price that I need to be is that's just from experience, because I know the sort of price that I can get for these. So I put these out to several buyers, and I got interest from 2 or 3 buyers. So the reason I know a deal is going to happen is because I know, one, the seller is very, very motivated to get rid of the stock. You know, they are like chasing me to do something with that stock, which is a good sign. 2, I've got 2 or 3 interested buyers. I've actually just posted a sample to one of my buyers who wanted to inspect a sample, and I've had a buyer on WhatsApp message me to say we're definitely interested and we'll let you know as soon as possible. I know I'm going to get a deal on these, and you know, hopefully it will make, you know, £2,000 or £3,000 profit, clear profit. This is stock in the UK. So, you know, hoodies is always a great one to go and find, you know, excess inventory of, if they can be bought at the right price. There's always buyers for hoodies. Always buyers for hoodies. You'll never, if the price is cheap enough, you'll always have no problem finding buyers for hoodies. Doesn't matter what's on them. What else have I been offered? Oh yeah. One sec. So yeah, these are quite a nice product. I've been offered these nice denim bags actually. Are they leather? Leather handles? I'm not sure, but you know, this was a company who sells, they're like a promotional company. So promotional companies supply companies who like do branding. So they would, you know, these would be for branding up. These would be to print onto possibly. So I've been offered, I don't think there's a lot. There's about, I don't know, 1,500 bags, 2 sizes. Just got the samples today, and you know they're a nice bag actually. And you know, these are probably for a retailer, maybe an online retailer who sells bags. So what I'm going to do, and what I've already done this morning, is I've emailed the offer to my list of buyer connections who I know are in the market for bags. But also as well, what I will do is I will put this on LinkedIn as well. I will post this offer on LinkedIn and see if I can get any interest from someone. And at the moment, I haven't got a price. What I want to do on this specific deal is I want to try and get a price from the buyer. So if I can get an interested buyer, I would basically say to them, look, you've got the details, you've got the photos, you've got the dimensions. What price will you give? What is the price you will pay? And, you know, I want to try and get an offer price from a buyer, which is what I do sometimes. And then, you know, I will go back to the seller and offer less and, you know, reach that point where I'm in profit. And that's it. So that's it, guys. Just a quick one just to show you what I'm up to and, you know, what sort of deals. I've got a few other offers as well, but I haven't got samples. So I can't really show you those, but working on deals in Belgium on some pet products, even Australia. I've been offered some goods of headphones, and you know, I'm here in the UK. I've been offered some excess inventory in Australia. I've got a network of buyer contacts in Australia, so I can be sat here in my office in the UK, and I can actually get offered inventory that's in Australia, and I can offer that out to my connections in Australia. So I can actually make that deal happen, even though I'm sat here in the UK. And that's what you can do in this business. It don't matter where you are. You can find inventory in other countries and still make a deal happen. That's the wonderful thing about this business, that because we're in contact with sellers and buyers all online, and you know, we are communicating through email and WhatsApp, LinkedIn Messenger, etc. That's how we can make these deals happen, guys, and reach a point where there's profit in the bank. And so that is what we're doing, and that is how this game works, flipping inventory in bulk. So guys, if you are thinking, look, I would love to do what Matt does, you know, get offered excess inventory and, you know, flip that onto someone and get profit in the bank. This is what I'm doing, guys, every day of the week. I've done it for many, many years. You know, years ago I had a warehouse full of stock. I did it the hard way. And now, years later, I've figured out the easy, time-effective, cost-effective way of flipping inventory without touching, seeing, or owning that inventory whatsoever. So, guys, if you think you want to get into this either as an extra income stream on the side of your job or on the side of your existing business, send me a message and we can set up a call. And, you know, if this resonates with you and you're really serious about it, then let's see if we can get you into the coaching program that I run, where I help my students one-to-one get deals, okay? And you know, we've got students getting results and making money. So if you want to start making money in this business, guys, give us a shout and we'll get on a call and we'll get you into my coaching program and get you started. I will catch you very, very soon.